Microdermabrasion machine to go over the skin easily. So this is my microdermabrasion machine right here.
So first off, I don't know why she has a microdermabrasion machine at home. I wouldn't put on an oil before microdermabrasion. Let's see what's going on. Okay. The comments have spoken. Today we are reacting to Jada Pinkett Smith's skincare routine, and I'm very excited because I didn't know she has a channel. She is obviously a part of and technically a creator of the Smith family. She's an amazing actress, she's an activist, I love her. However, just because someone's personality is amazing doesn't mean that their skincare routine is. And for those who don't know or are new here, hello! My name is Medical Esthetician. I've been a Cassandra Bankson for the past 10 years, and I've suffered with acne for over 15. Although I've worked alongside and with both dermatologists and doctors, I am not a physician myself. That being said, I love scruta-looking, anna-finding, and learn-alizing from other people's skincare routines, and that's what we're gonna do today.
Giving you that glow, girl. Let's.
If that's not an intro, I don't know what an intro is. Harper's Bazaar, Vogue, take notes.
Hey guys, so many people have asked about my skin routine. So I have a lot of them. I'm gonna give you my home base skin routine. This is my skin restarter. I don't have a regular esthetician that I go to. I might go get a professional facial maybe once or twice a year, maybe. So I really have learned how to take care of my skin. We can put on a lot of great makeup and what have you, but if you can't take that makeup off, baby, and have some beautiful essence shining through underneath. You feel me?
Is she wearing makeup or is this her natural face? Like, I am bewildered and perplexed in the best way. Whatever she's doing, it's working for her. You honestly don't need to see an esthetician all that often. Your dermatologist is the most important part. The analogy I like to use and that I've heard before is like a car. Your skincare routine every single day is like cleaning up the inside of the car, taking out the trash, adjusting the mirrors, putting on your seatbelt, right? The seatbelt is your sunscreen. Seeing your esthetician is like going to a gas station where you fill up the car with gas, you get a little bit of new information or recommendations on your products, how your skin is changing with the seasons. Maybe you put some chains on your tires, you clean off the windows with a specific treatment, right? But your dermatologist is the mechanic. Your dermatologist is the car service where you rotate the wheels, you make sure that the engine is functioning fine. Because it doesn't matter how many times you've gone through the car wash or how shiny the paint job is. If the engine is falling apart, and if your skin has cancer, if you're struggling from certain conditions, if you have an overly damaged barrier due to eczema or psoriasis, your skin isn't going to be its best and you're not going to be your healthiest. So she doesn't need to see an esthetician. I hope she sees a derm just to stay safe and healthy. There's a lot of products in front of her, so I'm like, is this an everyday routine or is this like a reset routine for every now and then? Let's find out.
Now today, I'm gonna show you a routine. I have various different kinds of products that I use, okay? So I'm hoping there's something here for everybody because that's really how I flow naturally. Let me just explain to you my skin type because not everything that I do today might not work for you. Some of it might work for you. So my T-zone is pretty oily. So I have to do sometimes different things with my T-zone. In here, pretty normal skin. Now, the bottom of my face is dry. It's all experimentation until you really figure out what works for you.
Excellent disclaimer, and I'm so happy that she shared her skin with us, so now we know what we're looking at. I was gonna say we're skin twins, except for the fact that I'm very, very breakout prone here, definitely not dry. Everyone's skin is different, everyone's skin is going to need something slightly different, and everyone has a different preference because skincare is self-care and you need to enjoy the products that you use. Harper's Bazaar, Vogue, take notes. Get people to share their skin types, any concerns that they're comfortable sharing, what they deal with. This is what we need from skincare routine videos.
Here's one thing I really want to stress for you guys. Good skin is not just about what you do to the outside of it. What you put in your body is super important. If you drink a lot of soda, if you eat a lot of junk food, if you drink a lot of alcohol, if you smoke, these are things that affect your skin.
This is music to my ears. Somebody who gets it. You could have the nicest, most perfect skincare routine, but if you're not nourishing your body, if you're not sleeping, eating well, taking care of yourself, It's not gonna matter. The food we eat starts the digestion process in the mouth, goes through the stomach, gets absorbed in the intestines, and that's where amino acids are broken down and rebuilt through polypeptide chains into proteins that nourish all parts of our body, which yes, includes our skin. And when you think about it, the skin is your external organ, right? It's a little bit more important for your body to make sure that your lungs and heart are working in tandem, that your brain is functioning, making sure that your kidneys are filtering blood, creating urine, removing waste. You want to make sure that you're taking care of your body both inside and out. And we love somebody who gets it.
Water, okay? You have to drink tons of water. I drink 12 bottles of water a day, and that's probably not even enough. So we're just gonna steam before we do anything, because mama loves to steam, okay? There's nothing better for the face. Stay under for 5 minutes because the steam opens your pores, moisturizes your skin, and also loosens up whatever extra skin you have on your face.
So first off, this is adorable, and I laugh because I have done it too. At least this is not boiling water. It is very dangerous to put your face over a boiling pot of water. That steam can cause steam burns, and you don't want to burn your face, okay? The best thing you can do is get a portable at-home steamer. You need to be careful. She also mentioned that she had dry skin. Steaming for dry skin is not always recommended. If you have oily skin, you can probably handle it, but for dry skin, it can cause more transepidermal water loss, which, you know, if you're already dry, you really don't want. That being said, it can be relaxing. We've broken down the myth of pores opening and closing before. Anatomically and technically speaking, no, that is not true, does not happen. Muscles in your skin, the erector pili muscle does not work like that. However, by the laws of thermodynamics, we know that heat can make things expand or cold can make things contract. And so does it feel refreshing? Yes, I love a steamy shower, I love saunas. Does it help to moisturize the skin? Technically, if you are getting water or some sort of hydration into the skin, then you're hydrating potentially. Anything loosening up? Yeah, technically, potentially. Again, it does feel relaxing. I think that's what this is for. The things that we can learn from this together are that no, technically opening and closing pores doesn't exist, and then 2, don't put yourself in danger. Make sure that if you're steaming, you're doing something that's not gonna cause steam burns on your face. There's a portable steamer that I use personally, just like my at-home thing, and it has a hot and a cold setting. You know, but she does look great, and she obviously enjoys this.
Just keep the skin luscious. Do a little pat, and listen, try to get your neck and your chest too, because it's all connected, specifically for women.
I do my skincare routine in my birthday suit so that I can reach everything with my products. I wonder if she does too. Please be honest in the comments. Do you do your skincare routine in your birthday suit, or like, do you wear articles of clothing or towels or things? It's impossible for me. Like, I just end up spilling water everywhere.
First and foremost, we are gonna start with a gentle cleanse, and this is one of my favorites. This is Tatcha. And this is a deep cleanser, but it's really super gentle. Now, a lot of people don't like to use their hands on their face. I do. Okay, I like to touch my skin. I like to be with my skin in a very intimate way. So you're just gonna do a little gentle something. Also behind your ears, let me tell you something, that skin back there, we often forget.
First off, that slow-mo angle, I'm living for it. Second off, such a good point. You don't need to wash behind your ears while you're doing your face. You could do this in the shower, but behind your ears, there's actually a lot of bacteria and specific microbes that don't really grow elsewhere on your body. Fun fact, this Tatcha product, it is not bad. It is a really good product. It obviously works for her. I find the entire Tatcha line to be a little bit overpriced. I have personally found Korean beauty brands that have comparable formulas that aren't as expensive. When we look at the ingredients, it does seem to be very gentle. I guess they call it a deep clean. Does it feel deep? I don't know. I haven't tried it. This does have propanediol, glycerin, water, pretty good. We do have Camellia sensis leaf filtrate. This is green tea essentially, which is fantastic. Hydrolyzed silk, I would want to leave that on the skin, not use it to rinse off. And again, this is why for me, especially because it's not vegan, this is just not something for me. But if you have the money, if you want to spend it, that $38 is not bad. They do say that they have this Japanese fruit extract. They're saying that this is slightly exfoliating. I don't know the details, and I don't specifically see an alpha hydroxy acid called out on the ingredients list. You know what? Not bad. Not gonna get my money, but obviously it looks like it works for her.
Gonna rinse off. For now, you want to keep the water really warm when you're rinsing, because we're going to keep the pores open, make the skin available to receive. A lot of us don't rinse our skin well, and that can dry it out as well by leaving product on. All right, so we did a nice little wash.
That isn't makeup. That is her face. My God.
So we're gonna steam one more time because steam is really important. We're gonna steam a lot. It's just so healthy for the skin. It's the thing that gives you the glow. It's the thing that keeps wrinkles away.
I would have to disagree here. Steam is not super essential. It can cause damage in some people because, again, putting a lot of moisture on your face constantly can cause transepidermal water loss because the water in your skin is like, ooh, interesting, evaporation, right? I also don't agree with the fact that steam helps the wrinkles stay away. Hydration can, so moisturizers really plumping up those skin layers can. If your skin produces enough oil naturally or has enough hydration naturally, then it can. I don't think it's all steam. Again, I love steaming my face. I find it very relaxing, but if you overdo it, it can cause transepidermal water loss due to evaporation. So just keep that in mind. But I love that she's having a good time with it.
This is Pre-Cleanse, Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse, okay? And this is like a really light oil that is gonna help the Microdermabrasion machine to go over the skin easily. So this is my Microdermabrasion machine right here.
Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse is amazing. It is one of the Dermalogica products that I do really love. Some Dermalogica products are A+, others are quite the miss. The Pre-Cleanse, it is expensive for what it is, but it does work very nice. If you're looking for a luxury gift, it removes makeup well, it is excellent. She also mentions Microdermabrasion. Let's dive into this. I wouldn't put on an oil before Microdermabrasion. Let's see what's going on. Okay.
This is my Microdermabrasion machine right here. It has like a suction. It has different levels of intensity. This removes dead skin off of your face. But you take it and you just glide across your skin.
So first off, I don't know why she has a microdermabrasion machine at home. If she knows how to use it and she's been trained, then fine. And I don't think she has been because you don't do microdermabrasion on wet skin. You need to have dry skin. Yes, she's correct, it does have a suction. This is basically a wand that shoots crystals at the skin, or like sand. It shoots sand at the skin, then it re-vacuums it up. It can help with scars, it can help with stretch marks. It is microdermabrasion, not full dermabrasion. That's what we do in the dermatology clinic. It's a form of exfoliation and it can be resurfacing. But again, think about shooting sand onto your skin and vacuuming it back up. You don't want something wet or sticky to be on the skin. I know that there are forms of microdermabrasion that can be done wet. Based on just looking at this, I don't think this is one of those because look, you only have one tube, not a wet and a dry. I would not do this over oil. Microdermabrasion is great. I hope that she's been trained. I need more information. I don't recommend using microdermabrasion on wet skin. From what I am aware of, that is a big no-no.
Be careful under your eyes. You don't want to really, because under your eyes is really sensitive. And you do every area of your face.
This is true. She's doing a great job. You want to go in a grid motion. When you notice she's not pulling this right off her skin, that can cause bleeding and bruising under the skin, ecchymosis, or you know, like a hickey almost. What you want to do is actually break the seal on the edge, and that's why these pore vacuums can be problematic. This is different than a pore vacuum, but the pore vacuums also have suction, and they're breaking people's capillaries or causing damage, especially like she said, really sensitive area, thinner skin. You still have pores underneath your eyes. I hate when marketers tell you that you don't, but it is thinner here and more sensitive. So I'm glad that she's doing that properly. I just don't understand why she would do this over oil. Just make sure that you're breaking that seal so that you're not ripping and pulling and tugging at the skin.
Now, I also get underneath my chin, but I don't do my neck. This is one of the machines that irritates the heck out of my neck. But what I do, I go hard on my chest. Ooh, child, my skin is feeling silky already.
You can do this on the chest, you can do this on the back, especially right here. If you have scars, hyper or hypopigmentation, it is excellent. At least from my knowledge, you need to be trained and have a license in order to do this on anyone else. So please go to someone professional and be trained professionally before you do it at home. If you get the clear from your dermatologist or esthetician, then that's okay. Her skin is really glowing. It obviously works for her. I'm happy about that. Is this not shooting crystal? Is this just a fancy pore vacuum? Or does this one actually have microdermabrasion? Does it shoot the crystals and re-suck them up? Because the oil on the skin, it does not compute.
And let me tell you, I be killing Willow because I be making her do my back. And sometimes I do my butt. Yes, I do. Because you know, ladies, you want that tail to be smooth, right? Yes, and soft as a baby.
Yeah, you could do it on the butt. The back, definitely. The butt, especially if you have issues with exfoliation. You know, if you have KP, I wouldn't do it over pseudofolliculitis or like if you have active acne. But yeah, you can exfoliate your butt if you want to.
Rinse with some warm water. Rinse. Little marks here from the microdermabrasion. So in like about 20 minutes, that'll be gone. For those of you who might not be able to get the machine, I don't know, this costs like $2, $3, maybe even less than that. This is one of those exfoliating rags. You literally can steam your face and just use one of these rags with a pre-cleanse, okay? To get in there, to get the dead skin off of your face.
This is a form of physical exfoliation. Yes, it does work. You want to make sure that you are exfoliating evenly. I mean, if it works for her, I'm really happy because she is absolutely glowing. Like, I cannot believe this is her natural skin, whatever it is that you have. Like, am I turning into Hannibal Lecter? Like, please give it to me. I prefer chemical exfoliants for my skin personally. There are some scrubs that I like on my body, and microdermabrasion is fine. It's good. I wouldn't microderm over an oil. I'm trying not to lose my marbles, but I'm very deeply confused.
I like to do a gentle exfoliation of my eyelids and my eyebrows. Just put some warm water and use baby soap. Burt's Bees baby soap is a really good one. I use baby soap because when you're using products around your eyes, first of all, you want something that's not gonna sting, and you want something super gentle. Don't have to use a lot. But let me tell you something, you get a lot of dead skin on your eyelids and in your eyebrows, okay? But you gotta do this super, super gentle, okay?
I love the slow-mo, but just as a note to whoever her editor and filmographer is, you need to up the frame rate if you really want that to look smooth.
Then we need to do another steam.
Another steam, especially the dry skin. I wouldn't personally recommend steaming this much. Also, what she said about the eyes, I don't find that people get a ton of buildup here. If you do have Demodex mites, if you do have, you know, psoriasis or eczema flares in the area, then maybe. If you were to exfoliate the eyelids, this would be the way to do it. Very gentle. She mentioned the baby soap from Burt's Bees. This one is perfect. Super gentle, non-irritating, especially around the eye area. Honestly, the reason that baby products work for adults too is because babies usually have very, very sensitive skin. And if you are a sensitive skinned adult or individual, baby products can work for you too.
Now, we're about to do the blaster. When I tell you this baby right here clears them pores, you can use it as a cleanser or a mask. Today, we're gonna use it as a little mask, and we're not gonna leave it on too long, because when I tell you, baby, woo, woo! But yeah, you want to keep this on for a little second. Just let the pores open, and then we're gonna take it off. This skin, it'll have you clean, clean, clean.
Boy, oh boy. This is the Neutrogena Clear Pore Cleanser / Mask. I have used this in the past. It can help for people with acne, and it is inexpensive. The active ingredient is benzoyl peroxide. This is a very common acne ingredient. It does work well. It's keratolytic, so it exfoliates. It also has a bond in it that breaks when it comes in contact to heat, which releases oxygen, which kills the acne bacteria, because acne bacteria lives in an anaerobic or non-oxygen environment. Now, the one thing about BP is that it can stain, especially, you know, your clothing, your pillowcases. That is the most frustrating thing for me. 3.5% hopefully won't be too bad, but it could be. The other ingredients in here, we have water, glycerin, kaolin, bentonite, clays, citric acid for stability and for pH stabilization. You've got fragrance and menthol, which again, I don't hate. It is a halfway decent acne product. It can be very drying to the skin because you have a bunch of those clays, so I wouldn't recommend that she put it on her dry areas, but she's putting it all over. And you know, she doesn't have, from what I can see, she doesn't have a single blemish. She's doing something right. That is all I know.
Woo! Okay, we're gonna steam one more time. Yes, we are. This is my routine.
I love that she is so in touch with her routine. I as well am a very touchy-feely person. I feel so comforted and cared for when I give someone a hug or when I just touch my face. And steam is very relaxing, but steaming this many times, again, pores don't open or close. This could be exacerbating transepidermal water loss, and you notice, this is just speculation at this point, but do you notice that she said that her skin is driest in this chin area? You also notice that when she steams, the chin is what gets the most amount of steam. And remember that steam can cause transepidermal water loss through evaporation. I would wonder if she is truly doing this every single day and steaming 4 to 5 times between each step every single day. I would wonder if that is why she has a drier chin area and why her neck is so sensitive. I don't know, I'm not in her bathroom, I am not her epidermis, but this is just the kind of thing that I start to wonder.
I'm about to put this avocado mask on. This avocado mask I made this morning. What the honey does, it has nutrients in it that the skin just loves. So the higher grade honey that you use, now any honey you use, you'll get a result, but the higher grade does a little something different. Today I used this little lavender honey because you know Mama was just trying to get a little cute. For something like this, I would leave on for a good 20 minutes.
So, at least this isn't as bad as the Kylie Jenner one. We have broken down face masks before, and again, if you are slathering food on your face and it makes you feel good, go for it. But all of the oils, all of the nutrients, all of the vitamins and minerals in that food are bound up in the food's fiber. They're bound up in the structure of the food. If you actually put those in skincare products, you can extract those beneficial parts out and deliver them to the skin. That's what your intestines, your gastrointestinal tract does that, which is why we can get nutrients from food. Just slapping it on your face really isn't doing much. I have done DIY skincare in the past and it is one of my largest skincare regrets. Whew, it has been horrible, but you know, the magazines were filled with that in the late 90s, early 2000s. That's what my teenage self grew up doing, thinking it was gonna cure my acne. Out of all of the things that she could have put on her face, honey and avocado are not huge offenders, which is good. Avocado, if you're not allergic, it can't do anything bad. It's just probably not doing anything good. You're wasting a very expensive $3 avocado. And with honey, Egyptians did use it because it can be antibacterial and antimicrobial. It does have some of those benefits when it comes to bee adulteration and the adulteration of honey with high fructose corn syrup and other sugars. There's a lot of issues with the industry when it comes to producing honey, but out of all of the possible things like lemon juice and salt scrub that could have been put on her face, this is not the worst. It does have olive oil. Jennifer Lopez maybe took a note, I don't know. Olive oil is high in oleic acid, which could disrupt the skin's barrier. When it's combined with other fatty acids, maybe it is less prone to doing that, but if it makes you feel good, she definitely looks lovely in green. I just can't imagine that this is doing more for her than, you know, a nice skincare product. I would personally recommend these if you want some avocado infused skincare that not only has the benefits, but could actually penetrate into the skin.
One thing I've learned about skin is that you really have to keep switching up your routine because your skin gets immune. You'll find a product that you love and you start using it and you get like really dope results. And then the next thing you know, you're like, oh man, this product is not doing for me what it used to do. It just means that the skin needs a break from that particular product and now you need to find another product.
So this started off very, very ouch. This is a huge misconception and it's really the terms that throw it off here. Your skin does not become immune to things. Immunity is a process that the body goes through to create antibodies to prevent disease or to prevent infection or harm. Unless you're having an allergic reaction, your skin is not producing antibodies or using these blood cells or creating immunity to your skincare products. What does happen, which she is right about, is that when someone is using nothing on their skin and they jump into skincare, and they start to see these amazing results, they are taking it from like 1 to like 55. Once they start to do that, they're like, oh, this was really exciting at first, but like my skin's not getting any better. And maybe they could go from like 55 miles an hour to like 65, but you know, that last amount, those remaining 10 pieces or steps or levels, you're not gonna see as much difference as what you saw before. So that's why a lot of people are like, oh, my skincare stopped working. It's like, no, it was just so amazing when you dove in. And now, you know, you're not seeing the same amazing results that you saw the first couple times that you used it because your skin has gotten to a new normal. That being said, there are reasons you might wanna switch your skincare routine for winter, for summer, if you're trying a new product, if you're going to a new location, if there's more or less pollution around you, you can, you know, get really technical and combat that. But the big problem is the term immunity, because no, your skin does not create immunity.
So I have like several different kinds of routines to like always keep my skin surprised. And it doesn't mean that that product will never work again. It just means it needs a break. And then you can go back to it in like a month or so.
This is true. Hearing that she has so many routines and she's constantly filtering through them concerns me a little bit. If you want to see results in your skin, you need to use things for a while. It takes on average 28 days for the skin to go through one complete cellular cycle, usually a little bit more, and for some people a little bit less, but you need to use a product for minimum one cellular turnover, right? In order to actually see any benefits. You should try to stick to your skincare, especially if you're looking for a treatment benefit. Now, if you're just playing around with products and formulas, you're not getting irritation, you don't have eczema, you don't have issues, you're not breaking out, then fine, but it's not that necessary. And it is true that, again, like at certain times of year, you might want to switch things for winter, do something that's a little bit more hydrating or helping with dry skin, whereas summer you might want some more oil control, or maybe you deal with breakouts seasonally. That you should definitely switch things up for, but every couple of days or every couple of weeks, it's a little too much. And then if you are having problems, you won't know what caused it because there's too many variables. Or if you're seeing success, you won't know what caused it because there's too many variables.
My skin is always super soft after this. Ooh, baby, look at that. Oh. If you're looking for a moisturizing mask, something that's more on the daily, if you don't always feel like doing the avocado mask, let me tell you this right here. This Tatcha Luminous mask, it's a face sheet. Does that tell you everything?
You know, all of these horrific skincare choices aside, her face looks amazing. Either something's working or she has amazing genetics. I don't know if she's ever had treatments, lifts, plastic surgery. I don't know. But if there were ever a perfect face, this is enough to make Mona Lisa jealous. Okay? When it comes to this dewy skin mask, it's $25 for a set of 3, which is actually not horrible. It says it has balancing and ultra hydrating oils. Specifically, when we look at this, it actually is good that it starts off with a ferment filtrate, Saccharomyces. We also have propanediol, we have glycerin, we have rice and licorice, both fantastic, especially if you have pigmentation spots. Those can be a little bit more helpful. We do have seed oils, some fruit oils. If you're not sensitive to fragrance and if you're not sensitive to plant extracts, this is okay. Especially sodium hyaluronate, that is not bad. Personally, I'm not going to spend my money on it because, again, I think that some of their stuff is overpriced. For ferments, I understand why that pricing is there, you know, but there's Haru's Wonderline, there's a couple CosRx. There's a lot of fermented skincare. I think even Logically Skin has a few that I would say are comparable, that are less expensive, or that I tend to prefer more.
One last steam. Let's get to our serums. This right here, Proderma. Okay, now this is something that you have to get offline, but this is a retinol serum that I really live by, unless I'm gonna be out in the sun. If I'm out in the sun, mama don't use this. Just once again, just helps to keep that skin regenerating.
Yes, retinoids, retinol, anything in that family does help the skin to regenerate faster. Technically, retinoids do not make you sun sensitive, but you do need to use a sunscreen when you're on them. And even though you can use them during the day, they get degraded by light. So it's generally best to use them in the evening. I'm not familiar with this product. It's the 2.5% retinol face serum. It's only $18, so that's not bad. It has hyaluronic acid, licorice, vitamin E, so this is probably pretty good for pigmentation. We have glycerin, dimethicone. I imagine it's very soothing on the skin. We have jojoba, which I love, green tea. This is actually a halfway decent product. It's not going to be the most potent retinoid out there. Definitely get yourself some retinaldehyde or go to the doctor and get some tretinoin. It's going to be better for you. Based on the ingredients list, this is pretty comparable to the other retinoids you'll find over the counter, but it is not bad. And for $18, it works for her. She stands by it. It doesn't seem half bad.
Use this maybe twice a week because it can be a little strong. So this is my wrinkle texture repair. And this is not cheap, but this is one of those products I will say, especially to my OG Thundercats, this is a good product.
Wrinkle texture repair. What is this? I wish I knew the brand. Zeo Skin Health. Okay, $145. Let's find out what's in it. We have water, cetearyl isonanoate, cyclopentasiloxane, glycerin, cyclohexasiloxane, different alcohols. Okay, so it's a moisturizer, it looks like, or a serum moisturizer hybrid. We do have retinol. So she's doubling up on the retinol. Again, if her skin can handle it, I would actually recommend retinaldehyde. I think that would be a really good step up for her. We do have hydrolyzed ingredients. We do have sodium hyaluronate. We do have tocopherol. I'm trying to figure out what is making this so expensive. Broccoli extract? Based on the ingredients, cell cultures. We have cell cultures and beta glucans. So again, I haven't tried this. I don't know their manufacturing process. I can see where some of the sodium, where some of the cell cultures in here are probably patented or very expensive. Is it worth the money? I don't know because I haven't tried it, but based on the ingredients, I see why they're charging 150 bucks. Again, I would argue that if you go to the doctor, get some tretinoin, you could find something comparable, but I'm glad it works for her, and it does look interesting, to say the least.
This is one of the many moisturizers that I use. This is Epicurean.
I'm so happy she brings this one up. Dermatologists do recommend this all the time. It's a very funny looking bottle, but it works.
This one. This is another great one. I just found this one. I love face oils, but some of them are too greasy. Some of them aren't really effective. This one is so good. I'll use this one as a moisturizer on my eyelids, on my eyebrows, and my chin.
This is the Get the Glow face oil. I'm having trouble finding the exact brand or the exact ingredients. When it comes to face oils, she's right. They are moisturizing. I'm glad they work for her. If you have fungal acne, tinea versicolor, if you struggle with seborrheic dermatitis, you might not want to use it, or any facial oils for that matter, just to be a little bit more on the safe side. But it looks like it works for her, and her skin is glowing. Like, I'm flabbergasted.
And that's it.
This montage is so beautiful. Just camera guy, up the shutter speed, double the frame rate.
That is my base restart skin refresher routine. And I hope you get something out of it. And I have so many more if you guys are super interested. Well, this was a lot of fun. Thank you for hanging out with me.
I feel catfished because in the first couple seconds I saw the Ordinary and I was so excited, and now there's no Ordinary. I'm so disappointed. There's also Thayer's Witch Hazel, which I don't hate and would love to have a conversation on, and there's also lemons on the counter, which I'm very concerned by, and I feel like we didn't get to discuss any of those. I'm a little confused. This was a lot of fun, and I'm so happy that we got to hang out. I want more skincare routines from her. I want to see what these other products are that she didn't use, like the Ordinary. I need details, and I want to know what her other routines consist of. I am concerned. I don't think most people should take this advice. I hope that we learn from this together. At the end of the day, though, it goes to show that everyone's skin is different, and everyone's skin can handle different things. I would love to know if she is comfortable sharing any conditions that she does struggle with. I don't know if she struggles with any because her skin looks absolutely flawless. I'm so happy that she took the time to share this with us. I did truly enjoy it, both from an entertainment and a discussion perspective. I hope that you learned some things as well. You know what? I'm gonna subscribe. I'm gonna turn that notification bell on, and I'm gonna wait patiently for her next video. That being said, if you have not subscribed to this channel or turned on this notification bell, you're gonna wanna make sure that you do that so that you don't miss the next one. Always remember to be beautiful, both inside and out, and I cannot wait to see you in this next video. Love you guys. Bye.